Welcome to today's Facebook Live. It is good to see everyone here today. As you guys know, I really look forward to Wednesdays when I get to hang out with all of you gals here. So we did have several questions come in that I will be answering today. We will be talking about fall break coming up in Southern Utah, life updates, family updates, what the kids are doing. And then also I had a bunch of questions come in about fall shopping and what I got for my kids at Ross the other day that I shared in stories, but I didn't share actually some of the things that I purchased. So I will be sharing those in a little bit here. As always, it's good to see you all. Jennifer Coles, it's good to see you. And Jordan, it's nice to see you on here as well. So again, if you guys will comment where you live, where you're from, it's so fun to make those connections and see just where everybody lives. Okay, so some of the things that we have going on today, Landon has had back-to-back soccer games. So he has a soccer game, he had a soccer game last night and they won their game from, I think the final score was like 8-3, and Landon scored the last goal. So he was really excited and proud of himself with that. And then today he's got another game. So I'm going to be taking the Quintuplets to that game as well. So it is going to be a little bit later of a night for all of us, but it's so fun coming and supporting Shayden or supporting Landon. We're so very proud of him. Brandy, it's good to see you. She is from New Mexico. Susan, hello. She's from Grafton, Massachusetts. Madge is from Glasgow, Scotland. Nice to see you on here. And Dawn Thompson is joining us as well. Beth is from Illinois. Good to see you, Beth. And Sarah is tuning in from Blair, Nebraska. Jean, it's good to see you. And Debbie is joining us from the UK. Hi, Debbie. Elise is from Sydney. Welcome. We love our Australian viewers. Jody, it's good to see you on here as well. And Jenny is from England. Hi, Jenny. Good to see you on here as well. And Jessica just tuned in. Okay, so we have fall break this week, and we are going to be heading up to the cabin, to Grandma and Grandpa Smith's cabin. So the Quintuplets and I and Landon are really excited about that. Chad will be coming as well and bringing his son Quade and possibly even a couple more of his kids. So it'll be nice. I haven't really spent too much time around his two older daughters, and so it'll be good to get to know them a little bit better. My sister will be coming with her 3 kids as well. So I am looking forward to just spending some good quality family time together. So that will be fun. And then I have been shopping for Halloween costumes for my kids. I have something for the girls. They're really excited about that. And then the little boys, I still need to pick out something for them. And they kind of just want to be something that they've already been before, since I still have their costumes. So we will see in the end what the boys decide to be and what costumes we put together for them. But we are looking forward to Halloween coming up. The Quintuplets were asking just how many Halloween parties they've been invited to. So we counted up and there's going to be about 4. So they're going to have a Halloween party at their grandma's house, a school class party, and there are 4 different classes. So there will be 4 classes there. We got invited to our old neighborhood's Halloween party the day before Christmas. We might go to that. And then Halloween night, the Quintuplets will be spending actually Halloween with their dad this year. So they're looking forward to all 4 of those things. And Logan has made himself a cute little calendar and he's counting down the days. Chad, it is good to see you on here too. Way to represent the fellas on here that watch this Facebook Live. So anyway, we are excited about that. And then fall haul. So people were asking about that. So I will be sharing some of the finds that I did find when we were out and about. Brandy says she is ready for sweater weather. That is hard to say. I actually just changed my shirt before I filmed this because it is so cold in my house right now. So yeah, I am wearing something with long sleeves and I am just so ready for sweater weather as well. Yes, everyone say hello to Chad. And Chad's sister is on here as well. Brandy, it's good to see you. She is tuning in from Arizona. So yeah, we've got a lot of fun things coming up for fall that the kids are excited about. I'm getting excited about. Fall is my favorite time of year, is what Jody says. And it is getting cooler in Texas, Diane says. So yeah, I'm really excited. So let's just dive into some of the questions that were asked. And I just have to say, you guys, I don't know if Facebook is being glitchy, but the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I have done a Facebook Live. None of the questions submitted through my stories on Facebook are coming in. I'm not able to see any comments. I'm able to see like how many people viewed the story, but I'm not receiving any of the comments of when you guys clicked and asked a question. So if you have a question, I will be taking questions, and I will be looking here in the comments for questions that were asked. So the questions I have compiled are mainly from Instagram. And I love how everyone's talking about cooler weather. I am so excited for cooler weather. Heading up to the cabin, it is gonna be a lot colder. And so I have been on the hunt for jackets. The last couple years, I sized up when the kids were 4. So they wore the same jackets for a couple years in a row now. But this year, they have needed new jackets. So I was on the hunt for affordable clothing options for the quintuplets. Everybody's growing like crazy. And everybody's losing teeth like crazy. I think Lily lost another tooth, like her tooth right here when she was at her dad's this last week. So yeah, the family is just growing. Everybody's getting bigger, having growth spurts. And so I have needed some clothing. So I did go to my local Ross, and we actually got a second Ross here in St. George. But what I found is that the Ross next to Lowe's here in St. George, Utah, if you were watching this, was a lot better stocked, I thought, for the ages of what my kids needed. So let's start off with some of the fun finds that I found at our local Ross. I found a pajama set in a size 6X, and this was only $3.99. So the girls all just share clothes, but we have needed warmer clothes for sure at our house. And then I found these on clearance at Ross as well, just some cute little pants. I'm loving that wider pant leg that is so in style right now. And my girls don't own any jeans. And so I found a pair in a size 6 for the girls. And then some of my girls they're all different sizes right now. This is a size 5. Again, it was on clearance. Tons of clearance at the Ross over by Lowe's in St. George is where I found most of these items. And then I did find some things for Logan. This was only $3.99. I really like this. It's cute. It already matches with pants that I already picked up for the kids. And then these were on clearance as well in just a pretty little sage color with like a frayed, they don't call them capris anymore. I forget what they call them. But these would be really cute with some warmer like Chelsea boots for the girls. And then I did find jackets, and I thought these were really cute. The girls might think they're boring at first, but the rest of their clothes are cute, so hopefully they're happy with these. I found these warm little jackets, and I haven't picked out who's gonna wear this yet, but I did find just like basic jackets. And then this one, I've been looking at this for a while, and it finally went on clearance. I found the cutest little jacket for Daisy Kate that has just the sweetest little daisy print. So I know she's gonna be excited about that. And my kids are gonna be so warm, so I'm super grateful to have found these. And then I found this hooded jacket as well at our local Ross. And then I don't know how I feel about this jacket. I was trying to find like another one that wasn't as loud, but this little like cheetah print, I thought maybe the girls will want to wear that. And then I did find a little, I don't know, it feels like a soft little teddy bear for Logan. I know he's really, really gonna love this. And this was under $10 again at Ross. And then I also found these cute little gold shoes. So 2 of my girls wear size 13 shoes now. And Miss Violet is still between a 9 and a size 10. So everybody is just different size right now. And so yeah, everybody's just growing. So those are the fun things that I found. Susan said that she has a cheetah print swimsuit. Okay, so cheetah is still trending. I feel like it can be classy so long as cheetah's done right. So I think the girls will have a good time with that. And they really are into dressing differently now. And so that's been fun to see. They also like doing their own hairstyles every morning and helping each other with like hair and nails, painting nails. They're really into that. So everybody is just different right now. And so it's fun to see them get dressed in the morning, get excited about the day, and decide, you know, who they want to be. So that's been really fun to see. Excuse me. So that is the clothing haul. I did get a bunch of pants, I think from Target a few weeks ago for the boys. So they are well stocked with everything that they need. Hi. I didn't know you were coming to my house.
Well, you wouldn't answer me on what I should be for Halloween, so I thought we would come get the public's input.
Oh, okay. You gonna join me for Facebook Live?
Why not?
Well, I didn't know Chad was stopping by. I thought maybe it was Landon home a little bit early. Alicia said she likes all the jackets. Okay, so Chad is joining us for Facebook Live. I didn't think you were gonna be here.
I didn't think I would be either.
Well, your sister Brandy's watching from Arizona. I did see that in the comments.
So, I can't even read those.
You gotta be fast. You gotta read them super fast. Cheryl says, surprise. That was a good surprise. Last time you brought me a soda.
I have a Red Bull out in the car.
I don't drink Red Bull, but thank you.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay, so that is the clothing haul of the things that I found. Okay, so let's dive into some of the questions. Jennifer says hello. Can you read those?
I can.
Okay.
Samantha Hefe is watching. See, Elise.
Elise is tuning in.
But hey, I was reading some comments back a little while ago on one of your things. Y'all, that's not hair extensions.
Somebody asked if they were hair extensions.
No, they're all. They say take out the hair. So I promise you, I have run my fingers through her hair. You know, look, she's blushing. They're not. If they're fake or hair extensions, she's done a good job. So.
Well, I do have hair extensions for Halloween when I do like Elsa stuff, but no, I've not worn hair extensions except for like Halloween a couple years back. So no, they're not hair extensions. Everyone's saying hi.
Did I mess you up? I can leave.
It's good to see you. I thought you weren't coming over till you got off of work.
No. Well, I'm not done with work. I got to go back. But I just was. You were on the way to go get a drink, and so I thought I'd go. Right.
Okay. Well, I didn't really see you last night because we did divide and conquer. So your son Quade had a football game last night.
Yep.
And Landon had a soccer game last night, and so your Quade, his game was up in Beaver, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And then Landon's was like polar opposite ends. So I didn't really get to see you last night.
No, right.
So it's good to see you now.
And and Facebook is like the worst to watch live on because
oh really?
She just skips over my questions and then goes
I don't
to your
see
guys's,
him.
And
Sometimes
I just
the
have
comments.
to come here to ask. So let's ask her all the hard questions that she won't answer. So
okay, let's dive into the questions that people have already asked. How's that? Does that work?
All
okay. Allie Staples 4 asks, how do you have scripture study with your little kids? So scripture study is a little bit different, having 5 kids the same age, plus Landon. So what we have been doing right now is incorporating studying from scriptures during family night, which is like every Monday night. And this last Monday night, we actually were talking about a topic called personal responsibility. So for example, we talked about after you use the restroom, please flush the toilet. So that was what the kids and I were talking about. I don't think you struggle with that. No, but my kids, sometimes they just get in a hurry to finish playing and they forget that personal responsibility is super important and affects our entire family. So scripture study, we are slowly incorporating that into our family routine. Amy Simmons asked, will you share your birth story in a YouTube video one day? I have shared our birth story, but it was probably like, I don't know, like 6.5 years ago that I shared that. I probably talk about it usually around the time of the Quintuplets' birthday, but I would love to do a recap for you sometime for anybody curious who's just hopped on or started watching our channel about our birth story. Bon Traeger Christina asks, will you let your daughters date at 16? Yes. So in our family, when you're 16, then you can start dating. That's how it was in my family. Were you allowed to date at 16?
You know, I don't even remember what I ate yesterday, let alone that. But, you know, if I have any say in the girls, especially even my girls who are 21 and going on 17, no. I don't want boys around.
Are you serious?
I don't want
One
boys.
of your daughters has a boyfriend right
I
now,
know.
too. Is that
and
hard for you?
Yeah. It's just like, yeah, no, I'd rather not. But I know, 16's a good age. But yeah, yeah, I'm shaking my head in the background because they're gonna have to like sit down. We're gonna have in a previous life, I've known how to do things and at a previous profession, so I know how to make the body stay hidden. So
You can't say that on a Facebook.
So when they're 16, the boys they're gonna have to pass an interview test.
Pass an interview. Okay, so my answer is yes. When my kids turn 16, they can date. Hopefully the girls aren't like totally boy crazy, and hopefully they don't like the same boy, because that could get a little complicated. Don't you think?
It could get complicated.
Yes. Yeah, hopefully they all like different people. Okay, next question is from Vanessa. You mentioned your birthday is this month. Would you ever share or film your baking recipes? I think so. I have a favorite chocolate cake, and it has a secret ingredient besides love, of course, and it's really, really good. I may share that with you guys sometime. Amy Hart. You guys, do you know who Amy Hart is? She has like over 1 million followers on Instagram. She is really big on Instagram. So Amy, I know you're going to be watching this while you're cleaning your house because you sent me a DM the other day. It is good to hear from you, Amy. She asked the question, favorite Call the Midwife characters. Okay, I know you guys from the UK really love this show. This is my all-time favorite show. Have you ever watched it with me?
We haven't. I've just seen on the Netflix that you've watched it.
Because we're on the same Netflix account.
And so I'm gonna have to dive in and watch. Watch
It's
it.
So good. Okay, some of my favorite hands down characters from Call the Midwife, definitely Trixie. She really takes you through the style and the history of that time period from the 50s all the way up into, I think I'm watching, it's like the 60s. So I really love her. I think my favorite character off of this series, Call the Midwife, is the nun. I forget her name. But she has dementia, and sometimes she says things that are just so off the wall, and other times she says things that are just absolutely brilliant, that make you cry and teach you what life is all about. So I really love her. I also love the love story between the nun that ends up falling in love with the doctor, and they end up creating a family together. It's beautiful. So if anybody needs a really good TV series, I would say Call the Midwife. I also love Poldark. I don't think you've watched that trailer either, have you? You've not seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's so good.
Like, I watch the sports documentaries, and she watches them called The Midwife. And we did watch some of the golf one the other day, so I could introduce her to a little golf. I don't golf. I hate the game, personally. It's a stupid game to put a little ball in. But we watched it, so we watched sports, so I'll have to watch.
I like documentaries. I like watching documentaries with you.
It's cool.
That's my favorite.
They are fun to learn something a little more. Learning to learn is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What does Chad do for work? Caitlin wants to know.
That's, every day it's different. No, I work for the county, the government. I'm into sports tourism. So some of those big, large events that we see into our little southwest corner of the earth, here in Utah and Washington County, what we call Greater Zion. So I'm responsible for bringing in those great, big, large events and overseeing them, like the Ironman North America Championships, the PGA we just had last week, a Red Bull Rampage, Huntsman World Senior Games. So all those big, large sporting events we bring into the county. Sports tourism is the easy way to put it. So we market where we live and how to play. Zion National Park, our 4 state parks, our 14 golf courses, all the fun stuff you can do outside. So I basically paid to play outside.
I think you've said this before. That sounded really good.
In here?
Yeah, people have asked, what does he do? And I'm like,
it's hard to explain.
I was like,
sports tourism.
You did a lot better job
of that. It's a good way to do it.
Than me. Yeah, so yeah, if you guys have any questions for Chad, as he's talking, I can read comments and vice versa. Anita says hello from the UK.
We got to go back though, because you skipped over part of your favorite recipe on your chocolate cake, that made. You skipped over the whole birthday part. Y'all, she's turning 40.
Yes.
September 24th. I mean,
October.
She'll be 40 October 24th.
Yes,
she'll be 40 for the next 20 years, so we're going to leave it at that. So we got to do something. What should we do? I'm going to come up with an idea. I'll involve all you all somehow, whether it's the P.O. Box. We've kind of been floating around this idea of the fabulous 40 flannels. She doesn't want any flannels.
I don't own any flannels.
So we're I've been coming up with this fabulous 40 something or other. So far I've been shot down every time. But I'm going to come up with something good.
Honestly,
I'll involve you all.
I don't want anything for my birthday. You asked, what do you want for your birthday? And I just said kindness. Like, I just want people to be kind.
You're going to get that. But we're not talking gifts. We're going to have fun. So just give me a second. We'll figure it out. I'm kind of an overpaid party planner some days. So we will, we're going to have a fun time with that. So I was reading your notes. And so I was just like, oh, she skipped over the birthday thing. Right there, yes, fabulous 40s and so
I will be 40. Somebody just asked in the comments, have you watched Downton Abbey? Yes, it is so good. It's so good. I love to see the characters and how their lives like intertwine at times. I really love that.
40 fabulous flowers. Whoever said that, I'm sorry. She's right. These things go so fast. And if you guys write more than about 10 words, you don't see it. Just to give you an idea of what this looks like.
On your end now?
On your
now
end.
You're able to
so when
see
you're, I don't know if anybody's ever done a Facebook Live, but with over 1,000 people watching and commenting, it's gone.
It goes so fast.
So don't be offended if she doesn't answer your question because I can't even keep up. And I'm watching it. I already have ADD, and watching this.
You have ADD?
Well, I'm getting it from watching this, but...
we approve of Chad, Diane.
All right, go back to your question. Sorry.
Diana's great. She's been following us like this whole time.
That was my squirrel moment, so I'm sorry.
Somebody else asked, have you watched The Crown? Yes, I love The Crown. I did stop watching it. I watched some of it and then I just started watching other stuff. So I just missed that. Caitlin says, I love Chad. Okay, well, viewers are approving of Chad. He's really sweet. My family loves him. Paula says, you're fabulous, Chad. Does that make your day?
I just made my day when I got to talk to her in the morning. I'm kind of right there about that 9 o'clock phone call in the morning to make sure that everybody's up into school. And that makes my day right off the bat. So it's only better throughout. So this is just, it's even better. What is it?
Mary says Chad is a keeper.
So.
Nice. Go out for dinner for your birthday. I would love to go out to dinner.
We're gonna do something fun. I guarantee it. That's what I do.
Gotta watch the Crown finale. I am like a whole season behind. I really love. Is it Claire Foy? Is that her name? She's brilliant. She's in a lot of BBC movies, so I really like that actress. Okay, let's get to some more questions. Amy says, what is something you tell someone else to try at least once in their life? Let's ask you this question. What should everybody try at least one time in their life?
Whatever you're the most afraid of. You try it. You try it. You've got to do it.
Somebody just said skydiving. Your sister just went skydiving for her anniversary for the first time.
Went, listen, okay, maybe I'll backtrack on what I said a minute ago because there's no good reason to jump out of a perfectly good airplane. But you should do something you're scared of, something that's going to make you just, don't let fear control you. Don't listen to that voice. Just do it. That's what I would say.
Bungee jump?
No, that's not a fear thing. That's just like, I don't want my spine snapped by a rope. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to give that some thoughts. So,
what my kids were talking about on the way to school today? They were talking about what escargot is and why I would even want to eat it, what it tastes like, and did it look like poop? So that was my conversation with 5 little kids on the way to school today as I was making a left-hand turn. Have you had escargot?
Snot? Snail snot?
Snail snot? I told the kids I had it on a cruise with their dad. Have you had it?
I don't think I've ever had it.
It was okay. I wouldn't say that it's like you must try it before you die, but you got to be brave, I guess, to eat it.
That's the Mall of America in Minnesota. Yeah, we should go to Minnesota, eh?
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Hello from Texas. Nice to meet you, Chad. We have got new viewers tuning in. It looks like hot air balloon ride with my pilot. That's what Alicia would say.
That's a fun. That's
you
a fun
asked
gig.
if I wanted to do that for a date when we were first starting to get to know each other.
I think we were going, but I had some opportunities to be able to do that.
But I was like, what if I don't like him? And then I'm stuck up so high in a basket with somebody I'm not so sure about yet. I'd go with you now.
Jump out.
Just jump if you don't like the person.
Depends on how bad they are.
And it could be like a really awkward date because there's the third person that's the balloonist, right? That's what they call it.
Pilot. No, they're pilots. They're
pilots.
You know, I've got a very dear friend that is a pilot, a balloon pilot, and probably one of the best around. And you know, that old boy's a pilot. There's nothing hobbyish about it. It takes skill and art to not kill a bunch of people at 1,000 feet up in the air or whatever it is. And so
somebody
awesome.
said on their 60th birthday they did a hot air balloon ride.
Yeah, you'd think it would be bumpy and what have you, but it's smooth. It's smooth as butter. Once you get up there,
Smooth as butter. Hi, Stephanie Browning. She is from Anaheim, California. She has been watching us for a very long time too. Eating escargot in a hot air balloon for your 40th birthday. Heck yeah, I'd have some stinky garlic breath. You'd be okay with that?
I think I'd be like seasick. I don't know.
My hot air balloon pilot that I train with is the best, somebody just said. Okay, let's answer another question. What are your top 5 things to do on your bucket list? Do you have bucket list things? Things that you want to do before you die?
No, I don't. I live now and not so much worried about what's going to happen. Live in the moment, be here.
I want to go to 2 places before I die. Okay. That's a good one though. I want to go to Sweden and I want to go to France.
France would be cool. They've got good fries.
They have good fries. I think more like American fries, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go.
One day I will go to France and to Sweden. Those are my 2 things. I know that when my water broke, I talked about with my kid's dad, Skylar, some of the things I wanted to do, some of the things I wanted to teach my kids, that life is all about experiences and people and eating good food, good friends, good family. So some of the places that I still want to take the kids, and I want to take you that you've not seen yet, is Bellingham, Washington, the Northwest. It's absolutely beautiful. I would love to go to California, just to the beach with you.
Yeah, we've both been to the beach in different times.
But not together.
I went to the Goonies Beach. I don't know what you call that. Up in
We wanted to do that. Yeah, in Oregon.
Yeah,
Goonies Beach. We all know what you mean when you say
Goonies
Goonies
the Goonies
Beach.
Beach. That was pretty cool, but I was by myself, and it was like wintertime, so it was freezing cold. And then I was golfing with a professional golfer this last week, and he was from the Carolinas, and we were talking about beaches there. And so any of y'all live in North or South Carolina, you've got some pretty awesome beaches, and I would like to go see some of those cool white beaches too.
So many people are saying they've done hot air balloon rides for their 50th or their 60th birthday.
I will go in June to the Eyes in the Sky Balloon Festival in Salina, Utah. That's the best one there is.
Are you going to take me there?
There's a shout out for them.
That'll be fun. I've never done that. Come to Germany for your 40th birthday. That would be fun. I've never been to Germany. My uncle lived in Germany for a couple years and he loved it. Florida beaches are absolutely beautiful. My friend did infertility actually in Sweden. It was unsuccessful, but they do have really good doctors in Sweden when it comes to IVF. And she said they have the most beautiful children's parks in Sweden. Did you know that?
I know Sweden, all the pictures always look like it's a most beautiful place. So I think that would be a good time.
That'd be fun. Okay, next question is, I think we covered that one. From Renee Cram, is your special Chad the same Chad the handyman?
No.
No, but you are handy.
Yeah, I can fix things. If not, I'm watching it on a YouTube secretly down there so I look manly. But no, I'm not the same handyman.
No, so yeah, Chad the handyman, I met him and he's an older gentleman. He has a wife, he has kids. I met him through our realtor when I was selling our property in transition, and he was so great to work with. And then at my last house, it was a fixer-upper type home, so I was putting some money, time, and energy into that, but there were some things like plumbing and electric that were just not my forte, and so Chad the handyman would come and help with that. But I met you kind of during that same time period of when I was transitioning from my old house to this new house. So there were two Chads that were handy in my life. But yeah, I haven't seen Chad the handyman in quite some time, because now I just ask you and you fix it. And
We get it fixed.
Great. It's great.
You get it fixed.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, I think those were all the questions that came in from Instagram. So if y'all had any on Facebook, I was not able to read the comments. Maybe that's something you could help me with. I don't know if Facebook's being glitchy, but that's been like 3 weeks in a row. I've not been able to read comments.
We might have to, it's time for a new phone, because
have you guys noticed that? My phone is super blurry.
It's not a makeup smear. It's broke.
My phone is super cracked too. I've dropped it so many times.
So it's like, I think that, and maybe we might have to uninstall and reinstall the app. We'll get after it though.
Okay, yeah, because I know I had so many views on that story, and so I know there were comments and questions people had, and I'm happy to answer what I can. But yeah, it was a little glitchy. Journey on the back roads of Maine. I've gone up in a hot air balloon and paragliding.
Paragliding, I would have puked I've done
Haven't
that.
you done paragliding?
I've done that, and I've about puked my guts out. So I'm a car sick kind of person. So that one was like, and plus I don't like things that defy logic. You're running against the wind, so the logic says you should be going back. It's just my brain doesn't like to defy logic.
So you wouldn't do it?
No, I wouldn't do it again. I've done it. And
Joyce says y'all are cute. Looks like a floaty love filter. That's kind.
Yeah, that's kind. But look, you've got some. But it is kind of fun though. Just seeing on this end, y'all. I've watched. Like just how you're watching, sorry. But looking at it from this, and when she says it, I ain't kidding you, it's like an inch on the bottom left of the corner.
It goes so fast.
And you can't
paragliding seems to like so much fun. Plus you're both in the air, so slow, just floating there. I would think paragliding would be just like really calming.
No, it's not. It's like you're up and down. It's smooth. I'll give you that. But you're up and down, and it's not for the weak stomach, and I got a weak stomach.
I've never done it. Sounds like fun though.
So yeah.
How are you feeling about your older boys getting girlfriends, going to college, and coming into their own? Asks Michelle. Landon, I like the types of girls that he likes, that he talks about. He says typically they're blonde and blue-eyed, and they're really kind. I'm like, sounds good to me. And we talk about not choosing a gal that's high maintenance. Isn't there a song about that? Like, if you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife. Kind of the same concept. She can be pretty, she can be cute, but like, don't choose a high maintenance gal.
I don't know.
You don't know that song?
No, because listen, country music's where it's at. That has heart, it has soul. And
like
some of these other songs that she comes up with, I'm like, I don't.
You don't know that one? I don't listen to country,
but
know. You do.
But yeah, that good old. Not that I'm that old. I'm just saying, it's just that '90s country. It just hit in '80s. It just hits different. So I don't know, but there are some songs about. I see squirrel. I'm like that. So we'll go back.
That's because you're trying to read the comments.
Country
at the
music's
same time.
awesome. See?
Yeah, Paula likes country music.
There you go, Paula.
You've introduced me to some new artists that some of them I'm like, I do not like this song. Sometimes you're offended because I don't like it.
She was offended with Chris Ledoux, and so I was kind of like, I don't know if I should make you walk the rest of the way home or not. I couldn't decide right at that given moment.
But I really like Brad Paisley. I really like Tim McGraw. I like Faith Hill. So there are some country songs that I do like.
You were on to something there. There's some country. I mean, not that those guys are the best singer ones, but
no. But the lyrics are really good.
Yeah, I guess we can.
The lyrics are good. Okay, so getting back to the question, am I happy with Shayden and dating and all of that? he is talking a little bit more about some serious things. And so we are having those conversations. But I really like the type of people that my boys are interested in. And so I feel really happy about that. It is a little weird to be having those conversations. So I do feel old now. But it's good. I think it's good. So yeah, that's good. A trip to Nashville for your 40th. Who just asked that?
Nashville is awesome.
I've never been to Nashville. I would love that. Plus, our old nanny, she's not old, she's young, a new mama, Aubrey, lives in Nashville with her husband and baby. So I would love to visit Nashville. I've never been. That'd be fun.
It's a great place. We'll take my buddy, we'll take him as a tour guide.
Tim?
Yeah,
He'll tell me all about it.
Yeah. We're gonna go see some good old.
Come visit here.
The Quints in South Africa. Hey, how's it? Where are you guys at in South Africa? I lived in South Africa for 2 years. Those that are in the South Africa place, I lived in Zanin, but I know Botswana's not South Africa, but it's Botswana, Swaziland, and Lesotho. I was in Joburg for a hot minute, but yeah, mostly the outlying areas. So
I had an ancestor that lived in Johannesburg.
Yeah, Joburg. Yeah,
that's what you call it, Joburg.
But yeah, it's just Joburg. But yeah, those are the cool places. And no, ek praat nie Afrikaans nie, no. But I speak Zulu and Xhosa. So yeah, we're good.
Okay, Nikki is joining us from Scotland. Kate, if y'all have any questions for me, for Chad, about the family, about the Quints, about the big boys, you're welcome to ask it. We have got some fun travel plans. You are going to pick up your kids, at least Quaid is coming to the cabin.
Yeah, my girls are trying to decide what they're doing yet. They still haven't quite figured it out. My oldest, who is a student here at Utah Tech University, she can't decide yet what she's doing, like any other 21-year-old. Just can't figure out what. But I think she'll come up for a couple of days and probably jet on Saturday, so she can get back and work on Sunday. But then what is Chad for Halloween? Yes, I've
you have
given
to
her,
get me to agree.
I have given 2 or 3 options,
and I've said no to each one.
Yeah, there's Chipotle has a new bodysuit roll thing at Spirit Halloween, and she's like, yeah, Chipotle's not good during the day. It's not going to be good as a Halloween costume. So, but anyway, going back, so my 17-year-old might come, but here's the funny thing: she wants to go fishing with her friends too. So we're trying to decide. She's trying to make up her mind what she's going to do. So because it is fall break. Traditionally, that's the harvest time, so the kids can go farming. We just call it deer hunt. So that's just a fancy way to say it's the deer hunt season. And so we got to have school off so we can go hunt deer. But the rest of us are going to take a break.
I've never gone deer hunting. I've never been hunting.
That's good. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. No, everybody's going to go as that.
I
Great
thought about
idea,
that
but
too.
everybody's going to go like that. Plus, she doesn't want to dress up like Travis Kelce. So.
No, I told you when we were at Ross, I was like, hey, that costume and those boots would be great for Taylor Swift.
But you were trying to make me be Taylor Swift, so that's the thing. That's like, I can't.
We could just switch. I could be Travis Kelce.
I can't get on board.
It could be all cool. Yeah, that'd be fun. So yeah, we're still undecided about what we want to be for Halloween, but it'll be fun. Time for school, run here in Sydney. Bye for now. Goodbye, Elise. Yeah, so we're doing good over here. Yeah, we're heading up to the cabin and it's going to be fun. LOL, when hunting with my husband, I was bored. I probably would be bored. Don't you just sit there a lot? I'd have to bring snacks.
A little bit. And then you could smell that.
And a good book.
Yeah.
But I don't like deer meat. I don't like the taste of deer meat.
You don't have to eat it. It's just in case yeah, that's a whole nother thing. She doesn't want to go as Travis. But yeah, so we're not going hunting. We're going up on the mountain. Plus, yeah, but that's just traditionally what
it's for.
But yeah, what time do you go with the kids?
I usually leave here in a little bit here. Somebody just asked you the Quintuplets had play dates with friends at school. The little boy next door is in Violet and Lincoln's class, so that's been really fun to have him over. But he's not used to inviting one friend over and then they all just think they're invited over. So there is a little transition with that in teaching them those social skills and having friends over. We did get an invite for 2 birthday parties this weekend. So the kids are excited about that, but bummed because we will not be attending. So they did bring a little gift for each of the friends. They were all excited this morning, drawing pictures for the friends so that the friend felt like it was from everybody. So anyway, the kids were excited about that. And then we did have somebody reach out to us that wants to do a play date with a little girl named Liv. And she has been featured in a soccer game video that we did at Landon Soccer Game. She's really cute. And just a spunky little girl. She reminds me a lot of Violet in a lot of ways. And all my kids get along with Livy. She's just a really great kid. And fun fact, Livy has an older sibling that was Shayden's age. And I want to say they went to like prom or dance together or something. Anyway, so we really like their family, and they come from a big family too. Do y'all prefer trick-or-treating or trunk or treats? So if you haven't heard of trunk or treats, in some places of the country or in Utah or Arizona, people will do like trunk or treating, and that's where you can trick or treat at like a gathering, like a preschool, school function, or like church. When I grew up in Vegas, we would do trunk or treats as a neighborhood sometimes, and that was fun. Nobody's doing a trunk or treat that I know of here in St. George.
There's quite a few, not quite a few. There's some good ones, but we'll be gone this weekend. There's a trunk or treat. There's an off-road kind of with some of our off-roading community. If y'all look on Facebook, follow Trail Hero.
That was a nice little plug.
So I just had a meeting with them, so that's why I know. But a big event that's one of the coolest events around for off-roaders and Jeep crawlers and stuff like that. But they have a big trunk or treat for off-road.
That's fun.
Yeah, it would be. It's going to be a wicked good time, but we're going to be on the getting snowed on.
So many fun things happening this weekend. It was hard to decide because the kids are like, I want to go to this and this and this and this. I'm like, okay, well, we can't go to all the fun things. Lots of Halloween.
There's a lot of things. It's fun. It's the fun time of the year when all the parties and it's cooled off. So it's finally enough to do things outside to where there's a lot going on in our communities. And this is one of the greatest communities that has so many things going on and such diversity. And
you're going to convince people to move to Southern Utah.
That's my job. At least come visit. Come stay in a hotel, Airbnb. Keep me employed. But yeah, so no, it's just there's a lot going on. But trunk or treat is cool because really you can knock it out here in like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and you're done. And it's safer. You feel a little more comfortable with the kids. And then the older kids, you can take them to some neighborhoods and let them run around and do the traditional trick or treat, door knocking kind of thing. I prefer that a little bit to where, I mean, let's be honest, there's a lot of weird people on this planet these days. And so you just need to be able to go into areas you feel safe, but it's still the trunk or treat's a fun way that it's a lot safer in my opinion.
Somebody just said their aunt lives in St. George and it is beautiful. And somebody else said they love visiting St. George as well.
Yeah, it's a great time of the year. This is a busy time of the year for us. It is seasonably warm, but the bottom's ready to drop out come tomorrow. So,
Lisa says you have quick wit. You're quick-witted. You are.
I have some days.
Some days.
Some days I'm just quiet. But
yeah, so we're excited. It's gonna be fun things this weekend. We have new viewers tuning in, names that I have not seen. I pretty much get the hang of who watches. Thank you for doing this live event, Sarah. I'm glad you came.
I thought I had a few minutes. I got a lot of work to do, but I get back and I'm like, you guys have all been like hitting her up, and unfortunately I was in California a couple weeks ago, and so she'd forgotten about that. I told you I'd be there, and then last week we were on with the PGA, so I was busy with that event, and really it wasn't so busy that Wednesday, but I was playing in the Pro-Am, and so I was playing golf. So it's not, St. George, Sevier County.
Both great places.
Sevier County. That's God's country. This is his playground. But so I felt bad, and so I thought I had a few minutes. I needed a brain reset from the office for a minute. I just came from one meeting, and so I thought I'd swing by. And yes, I'll join you again. I'm sure when it fits. It just some days I do get busy during the week, and so I think with the holidays coming up, it'll slow down a little bit, but we're just getting ready to, for next year. But all the business, people don't realize with large scale events that the work is done now so that you can have fun at these events in a year from now. So it is busy, but I love coming on. I love that surprising and things like that. So you just never know.
I never know.
I guess
right.
that's a long answer.
Somebody said that they were so glad that we found each other. So like, have I told you guys how I met him? Have we talked about that?
Yeah, it has been on there. Like everybody else, the freezer aisle at the grocery store.
No.
But
that is not how I met you. That would have been nice. That would have been nice if that was how we met.
But with curbside grocery drop off, a poor guy doesn't even have a chance to go to the grocery store anymore. So the only chance that a guy has to meet a girl at the grocery store is if she's cute when she brings her groceries out to you. But half the time they're too young. So the dating apps is where it's at, folks. You know, and you just gotta weed your way through all the creepers and the real ones and the fake ones.
We met through Facebook dating originally, and you said hello, and then I like deleted the app because I was like, wow, people actually talk to you really quickly on this thing. And then I made the mistake too when I was on that Facebook dating app, is I swiped up accidentally on like a whole bunch of people, and these were like weird people, and then I just deleted the whole thing. And so whatever you had said,
I got ghosted immediately. I mean, if that doesn't hit you into self-esteem, I don't know what
but
does.
then I hopped over to LDS Mutual app because I was like, okay, I'll just stick with that one because you can kind of like navigate who people are a little bit better. And then we connected like a few days later on that thing, and it was through speed dating, like 5-minute speed dating. And I was like, oh, I remember this guy. He was nice. We'll see.
Yeah, and then I walked over from my office to the spot and met all the kids, and I think it was just natural. It wasn't forced. Nothing was there, and I could carry all 5 kids, you know, at one time. So it just worked out. Just, you know, I might look scrawny, but I can hold the sack of taters on each shoulder and on my legs and on my arms. So it worked out good, and luckily I had to Google on how to paint really quick and how to hang a mirror so that I could come over and do it. And I think the rest is history. And it hasn't been that quick, y'all. Back in May. So it's
I just wasn't sharing publicly that I was
so it's
going
like
on
everybody's like, this is too quick and this is fast. But it's still
5,
quick,
almost
but
6
it's still,
months.
yeah, but I mean back
Half a
in May.
year.
So it's still we're having a good time. I'm convincing her. We're close. But you know, just keep you in. We'll figure out a way to loop you guys in if anything changes on that one. So if I'm not back on lives anymore, you'll know. She ghosted me.
I don't think we'd be ghosted after we've like met each other and spent time together.
That's true,
You've been around my family.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a really great person, and you have wonderful kids.
They're a good time, and it's, you know, you guys have heard her explain it on here before, and I kind of gave her that analogy of the traveling birthday party, and that's what it is. So you come, it's just ready to have a good time, but seeing little kids running around again, having a good time, laughing and giggling and fighting and screaming and all that good stuff. It's a blast. It is truly a blast. And watching my kids interact, they always ask if the kids will be there, and so it's just, yeah, he does like to talk. It's just I ramble to give you an answer, so thanks there. Now I've got self-esteem issues.
It's okay.
No. It's just what I do. It's what I'm paid to do. So, but yeah, no, it's a good time.
Having a good time. Yeah, it's all good. Okay, well,
I gotta go back to work.
You do. I'm excited. I love that this is his picture on his phone. Isn't that cute? I text you that, and then you put it on your phone.
I know. I was doing a bunch of different news interviews and stuff last week, and some of the reporters knew who she was, and some of the TV show things I was on, and they're like, "You're smitten, man. You're hook, line, and sinker." And yes, ma'am, I am.
I love that you say yes, ma'am to me, because now Lincoln says that to his teacher and to me, and it's so respectful. I love it. So every time you treat me well,
it's not that I'm old, folks. I'm not. So I mean, mentally I'm like a 26-year-old. My humor is probably like a 12-year-old boy. My body feels like it fought in the Civil War, but I'm not that old. So we're right there. We both have the 4 in front of our numbers. So
not quite yet for me, but just about.
Yeah. 47.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
Okay.
yeah, it was fun. I got to go back to work though.
And I am gonna go pick up the kids. It is good to see you all. If you have questions for me, send them over to Instagram between today and my next Facebook Live, and hopefully I get those questions. I would also love to know, leave it in the comments, how long have you been watching our channel? How did you hear about us? How long have you been following? I would love to know all of those things. Thanks, Chad and Jamie, for sharing. Have a great trip. I still have to pack, you guys. I have to pack. And somebody just said you're a keeper.
I got to iron. I iron and steal. It's my little quirky whatever. She knows that.
He has quirks, and I like him. I'm like, these are good quirks. He irons every single day, and while I like get my kids down for bed, bath time, all of that, he's downstairs cleaning the kitchen, doing the dishes, sweeping. Like, I like this guy. He's great. He's great.
Okay. Well, one day we'll figure out how to be a built-in nanny, but for now, we're just gonna have fun.
All right, love you guys. We'll catch you in the next live. See ya. Bye.